Good afternoon. My name is Nicole Renee Mensch and this is the Trial of the Disability Weekly News. Governor Newsom announces appointments August 2, 2022. Published August 2, 2022. Sacramento Governor Gavin Newsom today announced the following appointments for the State Council on Developmental Disabilities. The appointments were announced on August 2, 2022, and they are as follows. Don Groton, 65, of Napa, has been appointed Chief of Primary Care Services at Napa State Hospital, where she has been Chief Physician and Surgeon since 2020. Groton was a primary care physician at IPC Team Health from 2012 to 2018. She was an internist and geriatrician in private practice from 1987 to 2011. Groton is a member of the California Medical Association and the Napa County Medical Society. She earned a Doctor of Medicine degree from the Washington University School of Medicine. This position does not require Senate confirmation and the compensation is $307,188. Groton is a Democrat. Julio Garnica, 28, of Blythe, has been reappointed to the State Council on Developmental Disabilities, where he has served since 2019. Garnica was a member of the San Bernardino Regional Advisory Committee for the State Council on Developmental Disabilities from 2014 to 2019. This position does not require Senate confirmation and the compensation is $100 per diem. Garnica is registered without party preference. Cara Ponton, 30, of Eureka, has been reappointed to the State Council on Developmental Disabilities, where she has served since 2019. Ponton was an officer at the Department of Developmental Services for the Consumer Advisory Committee from 2014 to 2019. This position does not require Senate confirmation and the compensation is $100 per diem. Ponton is a Democrat. Michael Rillera, 59, of Irvine, has been appointed to the State Council on Developmental Disabilities. Rillera has been a registered nurse, quality coordinator, and improvement advisor at Kaiser Permanente, regional administrative offices since 2012. He has been a member of the Orange County Regional Advisory Committee for the State Council on Developmental Disabilities since 2012. Rillera was an advisory board member for the Self-Determination Program at the Regional Center of Orange County from 2017 to 2021. He was a comprehensive care nurse 2 and quality audit nurse at the Orange County Health Care Agency from 2005 to 2012. This position does not require Senate confirmation and the compensation is $100 per diem. Rillera is registered without party preference. Rosanna Rosie Ryan, 71, of Reading, has been reappointed to the State Council on Developmental Disabilities, where she has served since 2019. Ryan was a peer instructor at the We Care a Lot Foundation from 2010 to 2016. She is a member of People First of Shasta County. This position does not require Senate confirmation and the compensation is $100 per diem. Ryan is a Republican. The next story is from Elizabeth Ruzab, News 10 San Diego. Luna Vista in Silicon Valley, California, is an affordable housing complex that is offering a unique solution to an issue many communities face. The complex was built during the pandemic. Randy Suda is Alta Housing CEO. We provide affordable housing for a wide range of folks in our communities, from families to seniors, and then more recently, for adults with developmental disabilities that have the ability to live independently, Suda said. 15 units out of 71 have been reserved for people living with intellectual or developmental disabilities. The complex was built during the pandemic. Randy Suda is Alta Housing CEO. We provide affordable housing for a wide range of folks in our communities, from families to seniors, and then more recently, for adults with developmental disabilities that have the ability to live independently, Suda said. 15 units out of 71 have been reserved for people living with intellectual or developmental disabilities. It's a great feeling for these clients, right, to have a place of their own, and also for the parents to know, oh, my son or daughter is part of an inclusive community where they're going to have support in place, and I don't really have to worry, Suda said. Luna Vista resident David Piano says this is his first time living independently. He keeps his unit in pristine condition and recently received the Employee of the Year award at his workplace. I do janitorial work at the Army Reserve Center, Piano said. Piano says he loves living on his own and having his own schedule. We have an indoor bike parking lot here for bikes, Piano said. I'm only 5 minutes from work, so I can ride my bike if I want. Denise Yoregi works with a local nonprofit called Housing Choices. The nonprofit offers support services to those living with developmental disabilities. This location is close to public transit, and it's also close to shopping centers and food, which we know is extremely important for our clients because most of them don't drive, Yoregi said. According to Carleen Ponder with the ARC, a nonprofit that stands up for the civil rights of people with disabilities, it's important for people of this demographic to be offered support services like job coaching, financial advice, and healthy lifestyle classes. They're newer models, but they're not exactly the norm when it comes to housing development, Ponder said. And we need much more of that across the country if we're going to be able to provide homes for people where they want to live. Ponder says there need to be creative collaborations between the federal government, banks, and housing developers to offer more affordable housing for people living with developmental disabilities. Suda says it takes many organizations for a community like Luna Vista to work. We had an incredible partner with the city of Mountain View that was willing to invest a considerable amount of money, about $22 million of local housing funds, into this project that we were then able to leverage through equity from the federal low-income housing tax credit program, as well as loans from Wells Fargo Bank, Suda said. All of this is supported by the acquisition loan at the very earliest stages of the project from the Silicon Valley Housing Trust. So without their initial $8 million acquisition, none of this would have happened. For that to be possible, Suda says the first step is for communities across the country to welcome the idea of inclusive and affordable housing. These types of apartments provide housing for folks already in your towns, Suda said. There is already part of your cities and your communities there, folks, that support you and serve you every day. To find out more about this story, you can connect Elizabeth on Facebook at https://www.facebook.com/RuizNews. I am starting a weekly news report for the disability community, So if you have a story about the disability community, let me know and I will include in my report. Or if you have something that you want me to look into either here in Bakersfield or the state, you can message me on Facebook and I will get back with you. Also let me know how you like it. Until next week, good afternoon.